Okay, so the topic of this video is spiritual awakening / God's wake-up call. So I had my awakening, my spiritual awakening, maybe 2 years ago. And of course, it happened so unexpectedly, just completely out of nowhere. So, here I am now. And it's just this awakening. It's like you start to perceive life so differently than how people that haven't had this awakening, so you perceive it differently from them. So, you notice, as you begin to awaken that certain people like distance themselves from you, right? So you start to lose people that are not on the same path or on the same, spiritual level as you. You start to notice that, they either, walk away from you, or you don't hear of them anymore, because it's just like two different mindsets, two different lifestyles, two different worldviews. And it's a very insightful path as well. So it's like you're going to be spending a lot of time, just sitting in stillness and contemplating on, your thoughts, So these, the thoughts that are in your mind are insight that comes from God. So God gives you wisdom that's going to guide you on this path. And he also brings people into your life that are also on the same path. So he connects you with those people to help you, guide you on this path. You even notice that your diet may even change. So you may start to eat healthier. So like more fruits and veggies. And you're definitely like alone for the most part. You know what I mean? Like I said, once you awaken, most people are not awakened. Most people are not conscious, right? So it's like, so naturally it's like those people start to become more distant. And, you won't hear of them anymore. You won't see them anymore. They just won't really be a part of your life anymore. Even your family, like, my family is so spiritually dead. Like, it's like they don't understand this spiritual path. Like, they just don't understand it. So it's like, you're going to be, even though, like, we live in the same house, right? I hardly ever speak to my family, just two different paths. Like I said, you're going to be spending most of your time alone. You're going to be, on social media a lot less, watching television a lot less, or you may not even watch television at all. I know this might be all over the place, but I'm trying to like gather my thoughts, like try to articulate this as best as I can. I just know that when I first started to awaken, it felt like I was going crazy. Like I just didn't understand what was happening. I just knew that I started to perceive the world so differently, and it's like, and I just started to do things differently, and it was just like I didn't really understand what was happening. But then, God brings people into your life that are on the same path. So they help you, they're like your guide. So they give you clarity in what you're experiencing. So like, to summarize this, right? So the realization that you begin to have is that this world is an illusion, right? The world is fake, right? And the only truth is Jesus, right? Jesus is the only truth. He actually came to bring us the truth, which was that that God exists, and that, not only that God exists, but we can actually build our relationship with God. Okay, he came to show us how to build this relationship with God, right? And then he came to teach us, how to love God, ourselves, and others. Okay, he came to teach us how to live righteously, right? Um, so yeah, so that's basically like what you'll learn on this journey is that the world is an illusion. Okay, so like you notice that most people they care a lot about materialistic things. They care about um, fame. They care about fortune. They care about getting likes on social media. Um, they care about partying and drinking. They care about all these things that when you're on a spiritual path, like you won't care about anymore. Like you'll realize that those things actually harm you or they hurt you more than they actually help to benefit you. So it's like you abstain from doing those things, and like I said, you spend most of your time alone. Um, just like contemplating on your thoughts. Um, like right now, all I really need, right, is like, it's like you won't need much material things anymore. It's like all you really need is your basic needs. So food, water, that's about it. Okay, you don't really need people around you, just people that are on the spiritual path because they're there to guide you to, on this path. So, but you don't really need much at all, which is amazing, to be able to live in moderation. And like people they care about like like people they aspire to be rich or they pretend to be rich on social media, right? But like I said, in this path it's like you'll be content with having little. Not everybody. I think like some people, I guess maybe there's people that are like really spiritual, right? And it's like we don't care about those things. And I think there's people that's on this path but don't really truly understand this path. That's the point of it. Is to remember Jesus was poor when he was in the world, right? He was poor. Um, he didn't have much in terms of like wealth or material. So like that's the whole point of this like spiritual path. Like it's like you start to realize that you only need little. Like you don't need much. Okay, those things won't be that important to you anymore. But it's like a lot of people that's on this path, like it's like they don't understand that that's the point. It's to have less material, to start to desire those things a lot less. And more of God, just more of God, more and to live a selfless life. So more of God and more of others. You're here to like help others, right? To build others, yourself as well, but others. You know what I mean? It's a lot less to do with material. Okay. So yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna get off.